unlike Madhu sir and Sai sir, I don't get this Zoom kind of stuff. Okay, so only one thing is we have a go to meeting, but lot of people are saying go to meeting, consuming more data in their mobile phone and systems, right? So I choose to use I am start using this um, Microsoft Teams. Okay, I'm using this Microsoft Teams. So we don't get any online thing. So only thing is I have to put it in a YouTube. One thing. So second one is, if possible, I will put it in a Google Drive and I will share the Google Drive link. Okay. So that's the thing. So why slowly people are dropping, I don't know. So even though I given lot of time to rejoin also. Okay. For today, tell your all your friends. Everybody should attend. If they have a problem to attend, please let them. Okay. So you must inform me in the group. So why you are unable to attend? Okay. Okay. So guys, the thing is, right. Okay. So if you are unable to attend, please inform us. Okay. So why people are not attend also, I don't know. So okay, we'll start with one by one. Okay, type of virtualization: server virtualization, desktop virtualization, network virtualization, application virtualization, storage virtualization, user state virtualization, presentation virtualization. Okay, guys, first one is server virtualization. Even I don't like to read from the PPT, so the time is very limited. So compulsory we should go through the limited. Okay, so my suggestion is better to go to my old, or at least my starting virtualization related videos. If you already know that, so you can try to search, then you can find some of it. Okay, so just I'm explaining from here. What is server virtualization? Yes, server virtualization, easy to tell. It's very simple. It enable multiple operating system to run on a single physical server as a highly efficient virtual machines. So what are the advantages as we discussed in the virtual machines and virtualization advantage, like a greater IT efficiency, reduce operating system costs, faster workload deployment, increase the application performance, high higher server availability, and eliminate the server sprawl and complexities. Okay, if you see here it is, the left side one is traditional architecture of a data center. Like you have a physical machine and you install operating system and you are running a application. In the left side, in the right side, you can see a virtual architecture. It is a physical machine and you install a virtualization layer and you create a virtual machines and you install OS and you install a applications inside. So that is a server virtualization architecture. Yeah, it is very bored, right? I will explain it, don't worry. So server virtualization, this is the Microsoft from Microsoft explanation. It is create and run multiple computer operating system on a single physical server. Host servers share resources with all virtual machines. Hosted on Microsoft Hyper-V, allow you to detach computer hosting a service or a role from the hardware on which it runs. almost all server workloads can now on your virtual machines. Use use server virtualization to reduce the number of physically deployed and to optimize resource utilization. So what is this meaning and previous meanings? We'll discuss it, guys. What are the benefits of utilizing? So one is already I given a drawing like this. So your server, basically, guys, you already know the servers. So web servers, application servers, WDS servers, like deployment servers, DHCP servers, DNS servers. So, guys, can you able to hear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, right. Okay, WDS servers means DNS servers, DHCP servers, VPN servers, like that. So different type of servers we are using. To what is a server means it's like it provides a service, right? So service oriented. But in a physically say a physical server is there. Okay, but one server for one or two services. For example, I have a server. I use it for a DHCP and print server. Maybe I will use it for a Active Directory DNS service. Maybe I use it for a VPN and a security policy related, like that. Maybe one or two services, either one or a two services. Okay. So what happens? So you are utilizing very less resources. You are utilizing very less utilize things. By virtualization, to by physical server virtualization, you can utilize the resources more efficient way. More efficient way. Already is so cool here. Okay, so you can utilize your physical resources more efficiently. More efficiently, you can utilize the resources. So that is the this one. Next. So we have a lot of services requirement increased. We need a lot of services requirement increased. So what we are doing is we take a physical machine and then we create a lot of virtual machines. In the virtual machines, we install a OS as per requirement. Okay, we install a OS as per requirement. Okay, and we install our required applications or services or servers. Like I make this one as a web server. I make this one as another web server. Another web server. I make this one as some application server. I make this one as some DHCP server. Okay, like that. So in a one single server, I can run multiple servers or multiple desktop or multiple machines. So what is the advantage is you need to buy a more number of systems. More number of systems you need to purchase it. So that is a main theme of this virtualization. Okay, server virtualization. Okay, can run multiple. Okay, so everything is same. Okay, so next one, how it is possible, that we this one machine running multiple machines. Okay, the question will be there now, how it is possible a one single physical server can run a multiple virtual machines inside. So look at here, guys, any physical machine, you take any physical machine, the physical machine is having a hardware, right? You are any physical machine, you have a physical machine means you have a hardware. So what is hardware? Number of CPUs, okay, RAM sizes, okay, and basically a storage, is there, okay. Now, normal traditional PC, what you do? We install an operating system, maybe Windows Server operating system or Windows 10 operating system or maybe Linux operating system. We install an operating system as per our requirement. In that one, so we are going to run an applications. Okay, we run a applications. Maybe if it is a server, server related applications, services we are running from it. So that's it. That's a simple server as a traditional server it is. Now the challenges occur. I need a more applications to run in a different operating systems or a different machines. Okay, I want to run a applications in a different machines. Okay, I want to run application in a different machines. Maybe I want to run a different type of servers in a different physical different machines. So I have to buy multiple physical machines. So instead of that one, what I'm doing is, if you take any server, so again, same thing will goes. Your hardware resources are there, CPU, RAM, these are the hardware parts of your system. Any system, okay, this is a physical resources. So what I'm doing is, I'm putting a virtualization layer. The virtualization is also layer also called as hypervisor, also called as hypervisor. What is hypervisor? Hypervisor is a virtualization platform. What is hypervisor? Virtualization platform to virtualize your hardware and run the virtual machines, to run the virtual machines in your system, and to virtualize your hardware like creating virtual CPUs, RAM allocations, disk allocations. Okay, so everything will be taken care by your hypervisor only. Okay, so what I am writing here is about a server virtualization. Guys, I am trying to explain only. Okay, so notes is little bit difficult to give in parallel. So compulsory you should go through this PPTs for notes, because pictorial orientation is also there. Okay, picture wise you can able to see what it is, what is it. Okay, yes, look at this. What is a hypervisor? Hypervisor is a virtualization platform. Okay, so these virtualizations, okay, it virtualize hardware resources or virtual machines. Okay, and it run virtual machines on physical machines. It runs virtual machines. Very simple. It runs virtual machines. Very simple. On physical machine only it is running, right? It is runs, maintains, connections, interactions. Okay. Not only a runs, okay, maintain, interactions, maintain, interactions are connections, maintains. Okay, so create. So like that, so many other aspects are there for virtual machines. Okay, so what is a hypervisor? Hypervisor is simply say virtualization platform. Okay, what are these virtualization platforms? So actually, different companies, build a different type of hypervisors. Different companies build a different type of hypervisors. So what is the different type of hypervisors in things? Okay, so normal. Remember, guys, one important thing is every hypervisor, okay, has a kernel and shell also. What is kernel and shell? Anyone? What is kernel? What kernel will do in a OS kernel?
Manages resources.
Manages resources.
Interacts with the hardware.
Very good. It is interacts with the hardware and manages hardware resources. Right? Hardware resources like process management, disk management, process management, disk management, any other managements are there? Yeah, so many are there. Network management. Okay, so simply whatever it is on the system basis, it will manages so many things. Example is process management, disk management, network management, the printer management, anything is related to the hardware. So manages by your kernel only. So what is a shell?
Shell is an interface which takes input from users and sends instructions to kernel.
Very good, very good. So it is interacts with the users and runs user or application system user or applications. Okay, and understand user commands. So finally it is understand user commands, or you can say user input. Okay, and send it to kernel. So kernel will again convert into CPU understand language kind of stuff. Okay, so that is the thing. Different shells are there when you are saying it is in a Linux. It's a Linux having a different shells like a T shell, K shell, C shell, P shell, bash shell. Different type of shells are there. Every operating system, two things are important. One is kernel, one is a shell. Hypervisor has its own kernel and a shells. That's core hypervisors. Guys, in a hypervisor wise, you can tell so many things. In a hypervisor wise, you can able to tell in so many ways. So many different type of hypervisors are there. But here in this, I'm talking in a server related one. So it is having a kernel, but very less shell part. Means less in user interface is there. Okay, so that is again I will explain, because if I talk, you don't understand anything, because you have to see actually how it is look like. Okay, so first of all, what is this hypervisor? Hypervisor is nothing but simply it's like an operating system, but it is a platform. The name itself, hypervisor, is a platform which virtualize your virtualization platform, so you can run PCs. But hypervisors in here is a kernel shell based hypervisor, is like a directly on the hardware. It is directly on the hardware. That's why. So when you are installing something directly on the hardware, it means that thing must know how to interact with the hardware and how to interact with the users. Okay, it must know how to interact with the hardware. For example, operating system, you say it is an operating system. Operating system contains a kernel, so then operating system can able to interact with the hardware, and operating system can able to run user applications. Okay, but hypervisor, it running on a hardware, it means hypervisor has its own kernel which interacts with your hardware. And also there is so many other things. Other things are there, but still hypervisor has a kernel. Some people don't believe in that one. So some people said, no, there is no kernel. It is a hypervisor. Without having any kernel, so how can you interact? If you are interacting, you are having a kernel. That's a simple thing. Guys, different organizations build these hypervisors different ways. So first one is Microsoft. Microsoft is there, so right here. So that is called a Hyper-V. Okay, Hyper-V, Microsoft. Microsoft build a hypervisor platform. The platform name is Hyper-V. VMware is a company, guys. A lot of people think VMware means it is a VMware workstation product. VMware build a lot of different type of products into the market. Okay, but it is also released. The one of the platform is here. It is VMware vSphere. This is the correct one. Okay. So VMware vSphere is the product and the platform is ESXi. That is some people ask what is VMware vSphere, what is VMware ESXi. Guys, exactly say both are same. It is a product name, it is a platform name. Okay, it's a package. vSphere is a package name, ESXi is a platform name. So what hypervisor platform exact name is ESXi. This is a product name and this is the organization name. This is organization name. Citrix is another organization is giving you Xen server. Xen server. Citrix is an organization is from that one Xen server. Like that, there's a different type of organizations are giving, like a Red Hat. So Red Hat is RHEV, Red Hat Enterprise Virtualization. RHEV, Red Hat Enterprise Virtualization. Also for same purpose, hypervisor platforms. Proxmox. Guys, don't forget this called a Proxmox. So only one open source hypervisor platform, because if you are using a Red Hat is also Red Hat organization, very strict. Like you want a Red Hat Enterprise Linux, then you have to register, you have to do all these things kind of stuff. Okay, so it is not much easy to download a Red Hat Enterprise Virtualization. So you must use your company organization email ID, then only you can able to get it. Okay, Citrix, VMware, Microsoft. So then it is all are licensed products only. So Proxmox is an organization. So Proxmox EV PE virtualization environment, not EV. Okay. Okay. So this is a open source. It means you can build your own. What is open source? What is free? The guys, always there is a difference between open source and free. Free means product is free. That's it. Okay. So in the license agreement, so like in a free means the product is free, so you can use. That's it. Open source means source code is free. So source code is you can take a source code and you can modify the source code. When a product is open source, it means you take it and you can develop on your own. You can develop on your own. You can create all the things as per it. So there is a difference between open source and free. Yes, when I'm teach class, I don't teach not only a 1 point. I will mix up with things. Compulsory, I'll give you questions and you must search, find an answers. Don't ask to anyone, just try to get an answer. You can ask, no problem. but don't expect someone will give you an answer, then only I will tell an answer kind of stuff. Don't be like that. So you should find an answer and don't ask me that question again. Okay. Reversely, after 2 days of class, sir, what is open source and free product? Don't ask me. You have to find it. Already I told answer. Okay. How much you got it, I don't know. So is that right? So open source, like a Linux is open source. What is Linux is open source? You can download a Linux and build your own Linux distribution and you can sell it. Okay. So like that same thing will goes for a open source, anything like a Proximox type also. Proximox also. Next, what is a free? Free means just you're not paying for it. That's it. You can use the product without paying anything. So that is a free. Okay. So guys, these are the basic server-wise hypervisors. Remember guys, again, I'm telling, this is a hypervisor. So this hypervisor, using this hypervisor, I can able to create a virtual machines. On this hypervisor, I am creating a virtual machines directly on this server. Okay. So point is, here I created a virtual machines in this server and I installed OS in this one as per my requirement and as per my base physical hardware. So I can able to create a multiple machines. I install different type of OSs also, like Linux, Windows like that. I install an applications, or I create these machines as a servers. So this is the whole virtualization concept. Okay, whole virtualization concept. Now this is the starting, just a warm up only. Okay, this is the first point only. Guys, look at here. Here I don't use any operating systems like Windows or Linux or a Mac. So these are the main operating system we have. Unix is also another one is there. Like any traditional operating system, I am not using on my hardware directly. I'm using a hypervisor directly. I'm not using OS here. Directly on hypervisor, I create a virtual machines. Directly on my hypervisor. Okay, no traditional operating systems. Okay, the guest OS can be anything. Guest OS can be Windows, Linux, Mac, like that. The OS can be, we are installing OS in the virtual machine, not in the physical machines. Any OS we can install, means like a multiple type of OSs we can run in a single machine, also possible. Guys, understand this point, or you got totally confused? This is the first time, no? So that's will take time again. Almost all for me, I will get all these rod subjects like these subjects only. Okay. Guys, understand virtualization like that? So either Hyper-V or vSphere or Xen server like this. What happened? It is network bad quality. Guys, can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Guys, understand this point, this particular point. Hardware, hypervisor, creation of virtual machines on it. This hypervisor, not a operating system like our regular operating systems. Just we are using directly, we are installing hypervisor, which one we want it, and we can create a virtual machines. Okay. So this type of virtualization in the server virtualization, okay, this is entirely server virtualization. Okay, in the server virtualization, this type of virtualization we call as a type 1 virtualization. Type 1 virtualization. Okay, type 1 virtualization, and also called as bare metal virtualization. Also called as bare metal virtualization. Don't worry guys, it's there is a one slide I created, so there you can see this thing. Okay, so all names are there. Bare metal virtualization. Okay, this is called a bare metal virtualization. What is a bare metal virtualization? Okay, there is no additional operating system to operate your hardware. So hypervisor directly on your hardware and virtual machines on this one. Okay, so this is type 1 virtualization. This virtualization we call it as a type 1 virtualization, and also called as bare metal. What happened? Also called as bare metal virtualization. Got the point, guys? Bare metal virtualization. So what is this? I told type 1 virtualization and bare metal virtualization. Then if type 1 is there, then there is a type 2 also there, right? When there is a type 1 virtualization, then there is a type 2 virtualization is also there. So what is this type 2 virtualization? We'll see. What is a type 2 virtualization? Look at here, guys, like one more point I will cover meanwhile in a server virtualization. So while I'm telling, I will open one of my vSphere server. Guys, this is my vSphere server. Okay, so look at here. So this is a 4 NICs there, 4 NICs are there. Okay, and 2 additional SCSI disks are there, and 4 GB RAM. Okay, remember, so one important is like compulsory VMware. Sorry. No. First start the machine. It will take time to start. And it slow down my PC also. So make sure that less Windows. Okay. Don't worry. So I will additional things I have to remove. What is this? Okay. Okay, this is my VMware vSphere. I already installed in a 7th batch. Okay, not now. Okay, so VMware vSphere 7. VMware vSphere 7. Minimum in installation required. Minimum required to install. Guys, we don't have like we need at least 1 week time for explaining all these things. That's why I'm mixing in here only. Okay, so minimum requirement is how many CPUs, you know? So 2 CPUs you require. You need a 2 CPU cores or CPUs. Okay, you need 2 CPUs or a 2 core CPU means like you have to tell there is a 2 main CPU, like a i3 basic processor is required, not a logical processor. Logical processor not no. So this is directly 2 core processor or 2 processors, physical processors required. Okay, minimum 4 GB RAM. Without a 4 GB RAM, it won't boot also. Okay, it won't install. We need a 4 GB RAM. Compulsory minimum 4 GB RAM is required. Of course, high speed 1 Gbps. Okay, network NIC speed is there. 1 Gbps or normal 100 Mbps is also okay, but it is better to have it. Disk partition I didn't tell, so 142 GB hard disk. 142 GB hard disk is required, but original is it will take only 15 GB it occupy. Originally it will occupy less only, not a 15 GB it is. maybe 2 GB, 3 GB it will occupy, but total it will take 142 GB disk space. Okay, NIC is not mandatory, but it is an optional one. Okay, so additionally you want to put a SCSI or iSCSI, okay, SAN, NAS kind of storages you have to maintain. Okay, so hard disk or SSD you require. Okay, so number of NICs are your wish. Minimum 1 NIC is enough. Okay, 1 NIC is minimum is required. I put a 4 NICs for a different purposes. Okay, guys, this is very important. Hard disk is not big deal, no problem, because it won't occupy more space anyway. Maximum it will take 2 GB, 3 GB space only, not occupied, because it's very lightweight. Even the image is very less. Okay. So, but 4 GB RAM, 2 CPUs, that is a big challenge for you to install it. Okay. So when you're looking at, this is your user interface. This is your user interface. This is my my VMware vSphere server virtualization machine. VMware vSphere server virtualization machine. Okay. And if you want to create a virtual machine, guys, anybody can see create a virtual machine option here. Okay, 2 into CPU, 4 GB memory, and it can see an IP address, IPv6 address, and a product number. Down you can see F12 shutdown or restart, F2 to customize system. Okay, I will go to F2. It is asking a password for a root. Okay, already I given a password when I created. Okay, I log in. Okay, today only chance to see this one. Tomorrow I will maybe we don't know. At least I took a 1 month to learn VMware vSphere by Institute. Only VMware, not all the virtualization concepts. Okay, so this is network management. You want to do anything related to network management, VLAN options, IPv4 address. You want to change IPv6 address. Okay, DNS configurations. Okay, custom DNS suffixes. Like that. You want to change anything? Like you want to go to IPv4 changes. Like you can go to set a static IP address. Select a static IP. And change your IP address. Okay, I'm not doing anything, just I'm canceling it. This is how you can able to change it, guys. So you have to go back, restart network, test management network. So your network is working or not, like this. Okay, so you want to test your network, you can test it. Communicating, not keyboard configurations, network restore options, troubleshooting options, view system logs to check about the system, how it is functioning. Management agent is there. You can see left side, sys logs, VM kernel configuration. So you can see like this. 2 is a VM kernel. This is your VM kernel. So it is going down. Don't worry. Okay. This is your VM kernel logs kind of stuff, like what is going with your kernel kind of stuff. Fit. Okay. No, sorry. Fit. Okay. Again, sorry. Okay. Management agent host D. Host D is a VMware management related. Virtual center agent VPXA. Okay. VMware SX observation log VODV process. This is a process, host D process. we'll take care of management agent kind of stuff, like how to connect the remote PCs and all kind of stuff. That is a management agent. Okay, connection agent. Okay, like it shows something, but we don't know what it is also. Okay, so like this, it will show like the links, connections, everything it is showing. Okay, so it will take time to understand what it is and all. Next one is view support information. So about your what is your product, what is your SSL thumb impression, SSH keys, okay, those kind of stuff. Okay, reset system configuration. You want to reset the configuration. You change the configuration. You want to reset. That's it. Okay, escape to log out. That's it. Nothing is there. Guys, can you anybody seen an option to create a virtual machine or how many virtual machines are running, management options? Can anybody seen? Please tell me if you seen. If you don't seen also, please tell me. Because you don't see. Tell me. Guys, forget about VMware workstation. What I'm saying is, this is you simply say, I took you into a server room. In the server, on the server, I installed VMware vSphere Hypervisor. On the server, I installed VMware vSphere server. Okay. And you open the machine, like you connect a monitor and look at on the screen and what you can able to see on the screen and what are the options are available. Are you able to see any option for creating a virtual machine or to see any running virtual machines? Please tell me. Anyone, at least 4 or 5 members can able to see, right? Unable to see at least. No problem. Don't feel shy.
Sorry, DHCP.
Very good. Very good. DHCP, that is, I got IP address from the
Static
DHCP
IP,
server.
sir.
Okay.
Static IP.
Static, the
IP.
local IPv6 IP address.
But DHCP is supposed to be dynamically, right?
Yeah. My PC having a adapter.
Okay.
My system has as an adapter, right? My server, VMware vSphere server, having an adapter, which is got an IP address from DHCP IPv4 address.
Okay.
And if you see FE80, that is a link local address, which is generated from my PC only, not from DHCP. I didn't give anything. Static means it is IPv6 address. FE80 means link local IP address. What is link local IP address? System generates its own IP address. Okay, based on the MAC address, IPv6 will be generated link local IP address for communicating in the LAN network, in the LAN only. Okay. If you want to communicate with IPv6 in a WAN network, you need a global unicast address.
Okay.
Okay, global unicast address like a 2002.2402 starting. That
Yes.
is global unicast address. FE80 link local IP address.
Okay, sir.
Okay, good observation at least. At least you've seen on the screen. Okay, so finally, you're right? So we are unable to see. No option for creating virtual machines here. This is your user interface. So remember the IP address. Okay, remember HTTPS://190.168.0. 114. That is my IP address, which is I got it from my physical DHCP server. My router is giving that one, okay, to my server. My server got IP address from it. Okay. Now I want to show you the machine thing. So like this. Yes, there's a two-way to interact. It's a basically either you have a desktop tool. This is a desktop tool, but it won't work now for this version because I installed a 7 version. I installed a 7 version. This vSphere client work up to 5.5 only. Not even a 6 also won't work. Okay, so 5 and 5.5, this vSphere client will work. Okay, so I have to use a web browser. Through the web browser only I can able to connect it. It's a HTTPS site : I have to give an IP address 192.168.0.114. Better to use Microsoft Edge or a Firefox browser. Okay, I'm using this one, so we'll see. And it's not showing any port number extra. Of course, it's HTTPS. It shows like this. Why? Because of the certification inequality kind of stuff is there. Unsafe. Proceed to unsafe. So this is my user interface. I want to log in. So username is root admin@123. Can you able to see the screen?
No, sir. It's struck.
No? It is tracked. Oh. So what happening today? Okay. So when I started with this particular Microsoft Teams, okay, I didn't get much pollen's in generally. Only today because maybe the network is really having some issues. Can you able to see now, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What it is showing? VMware ESXi host. So I connected to one single host. That is why it is showing host. Okay. Name is like this. It is showing my host name. 7 update 1. That is my vSphere 7 version. This is my CPU status, memory status. Mine is 4 GB. Mine is 4 GB. I am using minimal. That's why it is using consume. This is my free disk space. Okay, I have a lot of disk space. It's consuming only 5 GB. Okay, so 5%, 22.87% of total storage. I'm not talking about 142 or OS storage. It's total one. Okay, here you can see you'll get a shutdown button. If I click on shutdown, my remote this machine will be shut down. Okay, forget about this one. Whatever it is, forget it. It is a server. That's it. Do not think it is a virtual machine. Okay, so if you think it is a virtual machine, you don't understand anything. Okay, that is a server. I log into my remote server through my web browser using an IP address, username, password. Now I am looking at my server. Okay, I'm looking at my server. This is my server summary kind of stuff. Refresh, reboot, shut down. Okay, I can shut down my remote host, means remote server. I can reboot it. I can refresh it. I can create a virtual machine. Can you able to see the create a virtual machine option here?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
very good. And also you can see an action menu. In the action menu also you can see some more extra options. Okay, like this. Next, I'm going to manage. So if you look at this management, oh, wait. Someone is shouting. Okay, so this is a manage. I'm managing my server. See, How many options are there? Advanced settings, auto start settings, swap related one, okay, date and time related one, hardware related one, hardware management, power management related one. Licensing, guys, ours is 60 days free trial version. 60 days free trial version it is, but luckily for me, from batch 7 onwards, still it is working, and still up to April it works. Last time it is showing up to February, so now it is extended to April. So it is lucky we have this edition. We should not delete this one accidentally also. Okay, these are different products we have. So free trial version is up to 60 days. It means April 1st we are getting. You want to add a license, assign license, assign license. Okay, you can go to assign license, you add the license, check the license, then you will get a licensed person. Based on your license key, type of product is also dependent. How long license key is valid, like that we will get it. Packages. What is this packages? You want to install anything related. So if you see Broadcom, what is a Broadcom is storage related devices. You add some storage related sandboxes you added, or a backup storage related things are added, or maybe a fiber channels you are added. So that related packages means drivers, application packages, interacting tools you required. You can able to install it from here, or you can update it from here also. Services, what are the services are running? Different type of services. You know, any machine running, so different type of services like the SSH services, syslog server services. Okay, so NTP services. What is NTP? What is NTP? Network time protocol. Network time protocol services, like that. So it is used to communicate to server to users, or server to other services. Okay, I like that. Active Directory services, like that it was, the services will manage. Next one is security and users. Security and users, like you want to create a user, or you want to add it to domain. Okay, what is this, guys? Anybody seen Active Directory domain? Active Directory enabled means?
ADDS. ADDS.
Very good, ADDS. So join domain, it means if you have a Active Directory domain controller, you can join our host domain controller also. Microsoft, that is Microsoft product. This is VMware product. So for security, the number one security is Microsoft Active Directory. Okay, so you know, last time when I went to learning this VMware vSphere kind of stuff, that time is 5.5 and 6 is a product. 5.5 only they teach 5.5. Okay, not as even a 6. 6 I practice, 6.5 I practice. Okay, but 5.5 they teach. Okay, so then even we ask like how to get a job in VMware. There's, you must have experience in an Active Directory field first. Okay, so because of user management is important, right? So the highly secured user management domain controller is there. That is our Active Directory domain controller. Not any other server provide that much of flexible and highly secured thing they can't provide. So that's it. So if you want, you can join your server into domain if you want it. Multiple users are using that, compulsory we required a domain background. So we are not doing that now, just we are looking at these are different certificates you can able to manage or import or export kind of stuff. Different type of users are there. This is a base user, root is a normal user is there already, and Kavya is I created. So like I add a user, I went to add a user, I add a user Kavya directly. Okay, so like that we can add a multiple users. Okay, without a domain control also we can add a multiple users for logging to our servers. Okay, roles. So you can see different type of roles are there. if you assign a role to a particular user, so obviously user will get a rights. Like our domain controller also, we have a different roles are there, right? Domain users, domain administrator, enterprise administrators, okay, VPN administrators, or a DHCP administrator, backup administrators. So like that. So you have a user and assign the user to different roles, like a edit user. It's a password only, nothing is there. So we can do it by adding it later. So like that. Also, you can create your own role. So customized role also you can able to create it. You can assign the role to a particular user. So these are the different type of roles are there. Lockdown mode. Lockdown mode is usually like there is a maintenance in the your server host, like you are upgrading to the RAM, or maybe some repair is there, or maybe you are transferring the storages, maybe you are doing some different type of works, like you can lock down your server, so then it will restrict the accesses. Okay, you are transferring your virtual machine to another virtual machine, so you can do a lockdown mode. There are a lot of scenarios are there to go for a lockdown mode. Just for understanding, in a maintenance mode, okay, in a maintenance mode, you are in a maintenance, okay, you don't want any users or any virtual machines should not come to your host, so obviously you can do in a lockdown. Okay, so this is about your server. Next, this is the monitoring. Monitor. What is a monitor? How many CPUs you have? 2 CPUs I have. How many network related? How many hardware related? Entire thing we can able to monitor, like a utilization of your CPU, utilization of your RAM, so memory utilization, RAM utilization, network utilization. Okay, so disk utilization. So how much read and write in the data, like that you can able to monitor it. Hardware monitoring, so like a different type of sensor there, guys. This is our normal PCs, normal machines and all, but if you go to data centers, you'll get a different type of sensors. Heat sensors are there. Okay, heating is big challenge, right? Your PC is there, overheated, problem. Same thing will go for a data centers. There are a lot of heat sensors are there, air ventilations, humidity sensors, electromagnetic related sensors also there. Okay, so what is it is doing, or how it is functioning, what is the values it is giving, also we can see. And any system, Windows servers, Linux system, anything, how to find what is the problem and where it is occurred. So by events only. You already every event is occurred. So these are the information. It means something is changed. That's it. Warning. No errors. Only warnings are there. So what is this warning? It is a time clock synchronization upstream time server. Some time clock synchronization related warning is there. Okay. What are the tasks? Logs. Log areas. In which area logs are stored? Notifications. What are the recent notifications? Guys, this is about your VMware host. And these are the virtual machines. I created these virtual machines in a earlier practice mode. Okay, so this is my Linux machine, and another Linux machine is also we created. Okay, this is another machine. This is another machine we created. All are Linux only. Why? Because of lightweight, less RAM, less storage it will occupy. If I try to install Windows, we can install it. I'm showing you how to create a virtual machine, guys. Okay, check it carefully. Create a new virtual machine. Create a new virtual machine, or you can import a new machine from OVF or OVVA. Okay, it means open virtual machine format or a virtual machine appliances format. Okay, it is means pre-created virtual machines are there. Okay, this package type. Or this is already virtual machine is there. Just you want to register. This is creating a new virtual machine. Next, give the name for a virtual machine. For example, my VM1. Anything you can give. And Which family, OS family? Linux, Mac OS, others, or Windows? Or maybe you want to install a Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 10 64. Which one you want it? Enable virtualization based security if you want it. Otherwise, leave it, no problem. Just to show how to create, you can select what type of operating system and which version. Okay, OS family, OS version. Next. So where you want to store it? I have a different type of VM storages are there. Different hard disk I connected. So this is the VM data store. I want to store the virtual machine because there it is smart space. Yeah. Next. Customize the settings. For your virtual machine, guys, everybody knows how to create a virtual machine, right? Yeah. Windows 10, Windows Server, Linux, you done already. So we create a virtual machine in a VMware workstation, and we are creating virtual machine in the vSphere. vSphere. That's the difference. See, concept is same, words are same, sentence is same, but little bit different. Little bit different. Okay. So how many CPUs I want? I want a 1 CPU. 4 GB RAM. I don't want. I want a 1 GB RAM. Okay, 1 GB RAM. Anything like you want to connect a SAS disk. Okay, how much disk space you want it? Okay, so where is your CD-ROM? So insert your ISO image file here. Okay, CD DVD. If we insert a ISO image file like that only. What network you want to connect it? What network you want to connect it? VM network or which type of network you are connecting it? Okay, what type of video card you want it? Like that. You have to. Memory it must be in a multiples of 4. Or multiples of 4. Okay, so like that, give the hardware information, then finally finish it. Nothing will happen, guys. Only machine will be created. So then you can see in the recent task, creating a VM, I created a virtual machine. This is the my virtual machine. If you want to run this one, I have to put a insert a CD, and as well as I need to give a more space to run. Okay, I'm not doing that one. So this is I want to show you how to create a virtual machine. Yeah, you can power on it, no problem, nothing will happen. Because all are off condition only. See, this is I power on my virtual machine. You want to see? Why it is booting mine? I should not boot like that. It is very dangerous. So I will delete it. Yeah, very good. Something error is occur. Very good. Overhead exceeds the amount of installed physical memory. Okay, something is there. Okay, guys. So whatever it is, this is my virtual machine. And you don't like it, no, it is something is not good. You can delete the virtual machine from it. Okay, you can delete it. See, you can see the delete option. So delete, or you want to delete the virtual machine? Yes, delete it. Very simple, right? Now it is deleting. It's the process is going on. Okay, so deleting, or you can select this like this. Action, delete. Yeah, it's deleting process is going on now. That's why it is destroying the machine. Okay, like this. You can create a virtual machine, you can delete the virtual machine, and you can transfer the virtual machine also there. But we don't have multiple things. See, here's action, power on, guest OS, install VMware tools on it, snapshots you can create it, console you can connect it, auto start you can enable it like that. We are not getting export with images. Export is there. Export means yeah, why it is showing only exports? Move option is not there. Okay. Export means you can export from this server to another server. Exporting from one server to another server. That is the main concept of this virtualization, server virtualization, type 1 virtualization is. So you can export this virtual machine to somewhere else. Guys, understand how to create a virtual machine in a VMware vSphere. I didn't create anything, just I showed how to create, that's it. Guys, it's already 6 o'clock, 6. Something. What happened? Are we disconnected or what? Huh? Hmm? Oh. How many guys are there? How many are dead? How many are alive? So slowly people are dying. So it's okay, but at least some people are there. Please tell me. Don't feel shy. Even you don't understand, I don't force you to learn. At least 10 guys, best 10 people already know me, right?
Sir, you created virtual machine on server, sir.
Very good. Very good. That's what I'm asking. Where I created virtual machine in the server. Somewhere it is located. Okay. Think like it is somewhere it is located. Very good. I created a virtual machine in the server. From where I'm creating? From my PC, my browser only.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Browser.
Okay. So you have that clarity means already I'm successful. You understand very good way. So don't feel like that. Okay. So you understand very good way. Okay. Even after 2-3 days of class also people don't understand the basic concept what I done. Okay. I create a virtual machine in my VMware vSphere server from my machine. That's the main important why I'm telling this much of story is directly on your physical machine. Directly you go to the server and what is the management there? Very less management. User interactions on a physical machine is very less. So you have to interact with remote things. Okay. In a type 1 virtualization, user interface, or we can say user interaction purpose. User interface means UI is very less. Very less means very, very less. Okay. So you should access server with a remote desktop tools or web access. Okay, web access, web applications. Like I'm using web application like that. Okay, like a example, Zen Center for a Zen servers like a Zen. You have a Zen server access with a Zen Center. Zen Center is an application. It's a client application. Zen server is a vSphere server. Okay, vSphere. Okay, vSphere or ESXi, whatever the name it is, ESXi. Okay, vSphere client. VMware vSphere client is an application. Okay, it's an application, but it is support up to 5.5 is there. Okay, version 5.5 only. Now from 6 onwards, you should use a web application only. So web browser. My suggestion is Microsoft Edge, Firefox. Okay, this is works guarantee, or update. Update your Google Chrome. Update your Google Chrome. Okay. Next, Hyper-V. Same goes, guys. Only thing is one product to another product. One product to another product. Okay. Whatever your name, based on your name, you got the name because of your parents give it to you. That's a simple thing. What is the difference between you and other person? Except the name. So it's a different properties, different kind of stuff is there. It's just the company giving a name to the product. But everything is almost same only. Hyper-V is a Microsoft product. Here is a one problem is there. So one is Hyper-V manager. One is Hyper-V manager, server managers. That one Hyper-V manager you will get it. So server manager, PowerShell, CLI tools. PowerShell means it's a CLI tool. Command line interface. Okay. PowerShell management, Hyper-V managers, Windows, admin center. Maybe you've seen that one when you are downloading 2016 server. In that list only, 16 evolution center you downloaded, right? In that one only you can see Windows admin center. So using this Windows admin center, you can manage Hyper-V machines. Okay. Proximox also same thing. Proximox web browser. You can use a web browser. Okay. To tell you this thing, I told this much, and also I covered your vSphere. And very good, guys, right? Yes. I create a virtual machine. I'm running a virtual machines in my remote server only. Just this is I'm using for accessing my server remotely. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Very good. Really. At least one person given some question or answer, what are the doubt, but you got a clarity. That's it. Guys, this is the storage. These are the storages in my PC, my server having some storages. The storage is always like physically you can connect it. Okay, physically you can connect storages here, like I'm going to settings. So these are already connected, like a 200 GB, 240 GB I connected to my server directly. First one. Okay, here it is. This is my OS data store. This is virtual machine store. Like I put a names on it. Okay, directly disk I inserted. File system is VMFS version 6. Okay, file system in VMware vSphere file system. I'll put a file system views VMFS. Version is 6. Version is 6. Okay, version is 6. Okay, so get it. So VMFS. Guys, not only just a direct storage, direct attached storage, SAN NAS kind of storage also we can add it. How to add the extra storage is like this. New data storage and find out like a new VFS data storage. You have to give a name and it will display if you add any new hard disk. Okay, new hard disk is available. It will display that name. You have to click on it. Okay, so nothing more you can able to do it in this one because I didn't add anything. Okay, I really said no, we needed time.
Hello, sir. I have
Yeah,
a doubt.
tell me.
You're using the the IP address is using is public IP address, right?
This IP?
Yeah, yes, sir. In the web address.
No, private IP.
Okay, if you are using private IP, it only means that if you're like connected to the server, it only that.
Yeah, me and my server is in my same network. Me
Yeah.
and my server is in my same local network only.
Yes, sir. If
Okay.
it is like if it is in your machine, okay, it will work. If it is in like other place or something.
Yes, very good. For example, last time we have a plan, put a server in the Hyderabad office. Got it? I want to put a server in a Hyderabad office and I want to access from here. So I can't access directly. So two options are there. Very good. So one is either server is connected to public IP address. Using public IP, I have to connect it. Or otherwise, we have to use the VPN intermediate between the my corporate network, means my Hyderabad server network. A VPN server must be installed and I have to connect it to VPN. Through VPN, I can connect it to my server. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I think guys understand why we use VPN now. We cannot connect our machines directly with the public IP. Through VPN, we are connecting. Okay. In the public internet. We are in the internet, right? Okay. So that's why we are using VPN. Virtual Private Network. Very good. So you ask a question, then it is good. Okay. Very good. Guys, these are the different type of adapter it is showing here. Okay, configure SCSI, rescanning SCSI means we are not started the storage related concepts here. Maybe may not be have an idea about SCSI kind of stuff. Okay, so normally you, as we know, laptop or a desktop or a server, we are inserting a disk in the machine, right? We are putting a disk. That is a DAS, direct attached storage. But centralized storages are there like a NAS and SAN. Okay, so NAS and SAN are iSCSI type of protocols. Using iSCSI protocol, we can centralize the storages, we can configure. To connect the centralized storages or directly attached storages, we use these options. Adapters, first you should know what are the adapters are connected. Okay, VM HBA. What is HBA? What is HBA? Host bus controller adapter. Host bus adapter. Host bus adapter. Okay. So VM means VMware, VM virtual or a VMware. Anything meaning it will be there. HBA is an adapter. So what is this? Actually, this is your server. This is your server. This is my storage space. So my storage server, my storage bay. Okay. So both will communicate each other. So both will connected, right? So like this. Okay. Both are connected. I have a storage and I have a server. Both will connected. You know how it will connected? Using fiber optical channels. Using fiber optical channels. They will connected with the fiber optical channels. FC. Fiber optical channels. The adapter we use for a network related, that is NIC, right? LAN communication, WAN communication, we use NICs for data transmission. NIC, network interface cards. But what is this HBA? HBA, host bus controller. Yeah, host adapters. Okay, this is fiber optical. Through fiber optical, you can adapter is a item that connects the central hardware resources, additional network and storage hardware. Different type of host adapters support a data transfer protocol reflecting the advantage of data transport transfer setup. The adapter is also known as host bus adapter. Something is given a definition. So good. So that is, if you want it, you can take it from there. Okay. So where you use SCSI fiber channels. So we are using that one. So we'll go to this pictures. Then I can able to show you what it is. See, it's a SCSI type of connectors. It is a single connector. No. This is the HBS, host adapters. You can connect to the server. Okay, one side you are connected to server, another side you are connecting to your fiber channel storages. It is host adapter. It is, I want a HBA host adapter. HBA cards. Yes, so this is why I am searching. This is, see, HP or Dell, or this is Dell. I think I selected this one. This is HP for like this. Okay, this is an adapter insert into your server, and can you see this is okay like this one or like this one? Look at this connector. The connectors are not like our NIC type, like your laptop having a NIC wire network connection. It is not like that one. It is look like a little bit different, right? Why it is a different one? Because it is a Umulex. This is a one kind of adapter, Umulex. Okay, LXI, IBM Q, Logic HBA card. Okay, so what is these cards are there? It is a fiber optical channel connector. Okay, so we can transfer the data from server to our storage. Transfer the data from our machine to our server to storage. Why it is happening? To storage. Fiber channel. What is the advantage of using fiber channel? Anyone?
Highest speed available and
Very
loss
good.
of very less loss of transmission.
Yes, very less loss of data packets. No electromagnetic interference. No electromagnetic interference. Long distance communication possible. Very high speed data transmissions. No attenuations. Okay, like this. So where we use HBA, host bus adapter kind of stuff, where we use fiber channels. Okay, to connect server, storage, and storage switches. Not normal switches, storage switches are there, storage, server switches are there, FC switches. Okay, normal, not normal switches, fiber optical switches are there. To connect like this, use HBA. HBA, we are connecting to server. We are attaching HBA cards to servers. Okay, so which type of communication? Fiber channel communication. Fiber channel communication. Okay, so that is first storage. Okay, directly connected or through networkly connected, whatever it is, the adapter things should be come here, and then it will be shows when you are creating a storage. Now it is not there, nothing is there. No, if I add it, then only it will come, or at least I should have a iSCSI thing here in my local PC. Okay, so find out what are the different type of things. This is a SCSI type of names that are there, like a HBA 0 means controller 0, like then C0 controller 0, T0 target 0, L0 is a whole system kind of stuff. Okay, If you learn Linux administration, then you know these names. Okay, like that. Okay, so these are the devices. How many disks we are connected? So 1, 2, 3. This is CD-ROM. Already I showed now how many physical disks are connected here. 1, 2, 3, and a CD-ROM. Totally 4 it is showing, right? Same thing it is showing here. Okay. Persistent memory, something is there. Okay. Track to set namespace. Guys, this is about a storage. Very simple. You want to browse a storage. Click on the storage. Like you can see something like how much storage, where it is located, where it is mounted, what is the file system, okay, where it is connected. Next is data storage, data store browser, data store browser. Click on a data store browser. See, this is a data store, OS data store, OS images. These are the 2 images I uploaded. This is CentOS 7. Guys, anybody remember our CentOS 7?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so a lot of feeds we done with CentOS 7. That is I uploaded. So 1 GB. Puppy, it is also some operating system only. I use the Puppy operating system to create a virtual because small in size. It's a 90 MB only. And also you can see a machine. Okay, you can see a machine with a Puppy OS. Okay, so if you see, this is my VM data store. This is my virtual machines folders. See, this is my virtual machine data. This is virtual machine folders. This is virtual hard disk. Okay, virtual machine. Okay, this is the only folder is there. Machine is not created. Maybe. Okay, so this is my another virtual machine data. This machine is created, not completely developed. I think this is created. This is images. So like that, this is my main operating system. I put it here. Main OS is in a data store one. This is images. ISO images required, right? You need a Windows 10 installation, Windows Server installation, a Linux installation. Like there are a lot of installation we are doing. So there ISO images required. So I put into this storage. And I put a virtual machine. I create a virtual machine. The virtual machine should store somewhere. That is, I put it in here. So that is this one. You can create a directories. You want to create a directory, you can create a directory. You want to upload a data from your physical machine, also you can upload a data from your physical machine is also you can do it. Just simple. Click upload. Just click on upload. It is opening any something from my PC. Okay, so my images, operating system, everything is in this one only. So OS folder. So you can upload any operating system from here. This is open file 500 MB. I need a very small one that is already uploaded. This is also very small one. Red Hat, of course. These are a big one. This is Zen server. You know, it is 500 MB means it will take a lot of space. FreeNAS, try FreeNAS 400 MB. Okay. This is 500 MB. Now you can create here as per your requirement. You can do what are the machines you want to upload. Just select it, click open. It is going to be uploaded. But if you upload, what happened? It occupy from my space. That is the big problem. $800 MB. Yeah, I'm uploading a file just to show you how to upload a file. Just open. See, file is uploaded like that. You want to delete it, you can delete it like this. You want to download it from here, there, you can download it also. You can delete it, you can move, you can copy. I'm going to move that one to VM store like that. So I'm moving. like this here. Okay, like that you can upload and download the files as per your requirement. Okay, guys. Important is I can't show you how to add a storage here because I don't have any SCSI separately and I don't want to shut down my PC for adding a extra kind of stuff. Okay, so just I want to show you storage. The last one in the VMware vSphere is networking part. Networking part. Okay, so before going to networking part, guys, I want to just a small revise about a server virtualization. I'm not going with the starting of virtualization. So server virtualization, 1 second, we'll go back. Okay, tomorrow, if possible, I will show you Hyper-V. I will show you Hyper-V. Today I showed VMware vSphere and introduction to server virtualization also, right? So I told about virtualization, guys, compulsory. Find out what are the definition you find it, you can find it and you can put it. Okay. Server virtualization means it is a server, okay, installed with a hypervisor, and in the server you can run multiple virtual machines. Okay, and multiple OSs, guest operating systems we can run in a single server. Okay, so to do that one, we need a hypervisor. What is the hypervisor? Virtualization platform. Guys, hypervisors in the different forms, different names of different type of hypervisors are there. Okay, but in this one, these are a server hypervisors. These are all server hypervisors. Okay, different type like a desktop related, application related are there. So different type of hypervisors are there in a different places, different names are there. But here it is server related hypervisors. Okay, server related hypervisors, and also we can call it as a type 1 virtualization related hypervisors and a type 2 virtualization related hypervisors. Okay, so type 2 virtualization related hypervisors, I'm not at talking about that one. So already we are in the VMware vSphere already, so we cannot go back to that type 1. So I don't want to confuse. So you are in a good line, so at least I'll continue. Okay, so hypervisors. Now we are talking about type 1 virtualization or a type 1 type of hypervisors, or a bare metal virtualization or bare metal type of virtual hypervisors. Any name you can put it. Okay. So these are a type 1 virtualizations. Type 1 hypervisors are a virtualizations, server virtualizations, Microsoft Hyper-V, VMware vSphere ESXi, Xen servers, Red Hat enterprise virtualizations, Proxmox VE. Okay, VE means virtualization environment. Okay. So it is an open source, anybody can use it. So problem with the type 1 virtualization is very less user interface. You should access the servers with a remote desktop tools or a web access tools. If you see Xen server having a Xen Center is a client application, okay, or a vSphere is a web client is also there. So you can access with the web browser means web client. Web browser means web client. It is also called as web client because you are accessing with the web browser, right? Web client. Hyper-V is the Hyper-V manager, PowerShells, Windows admin centers. Windows admin center is nothing but you should access with a web browser, web client only. Web browser, web client. Use it. Okay. Next, Proxmox is a web browser, web client kind of stuff only. Okay. Windows Admin Center does not mean it is an application. It is an application, but not a client application. It give a web browser connections. web browser connection. If you really see, then only you will. Okay, not a time now. So this, guys, I am trying to explain one thing, that is a VMware vSphere 7 or ESXi 7. Okay, VMware is an organization, vSphere is a product, and platform name is ESXi platform. And minimum requirement to install this one is 2 CPUs compulsory required, or a 2-core CPU, or maybe 2 physical CPU system is required. 4 GB minimum RAM is required for a basic interaction purpose, not to run a virtual machine, just for installation purpose. Okay, so minimum like it will occupy only to 4 GB, 5 GB space only, but it is taking 134 GB or 142 GB, no guarantee. So tell some GB. These are very important. This is optional important, because minimum hard disk is required, right? You put a 10 GB hard disk also, it will work. Okay. Minimum NIC, one single NIC, at least one single NIC, you should use it. Better to use a high speed NICs. And storage spaces, because when you create a virtual machine, it should store in a centralized storage only. Okay. In the storages, we use a VMware vSphere related. So file systems, like we have a NTFS FAT file system. VMware use VMFS. Okay, and there is a connecting for a storage, means server to network or server to storages. Okay, server to network or server to storages. Okay. Okay, so storages, we use a HBS. So this is what we are discussed. Not only that one, we discuss a little bit things about a host, monitoring of host. Okay, and virtual machines, how to create a virtual machines. Okay, how to run a virtual machines and all. Okay, if anybody want, really you are interested to create a virtual machine in this one, I can give my access, so then you can access through Teams only, Microsoft Teams only. Okay, remote control option is there in this thing. I have to search it, how to give a remote control, then only you can able to create a virtual machine, and you can feel like you touch the machine. That's it. Okay, this is the data stores. Data stores by SCSI, like we can able to connect it. As I said, last I will tell about networking, guys. Networking is very simple concept. It is. Whenever you're talking about a networking concept, here is a network virtualization concept. It is not much easy concept. It is network virtualization concept. First one is physical NICs. If you see, there is a 4 NICs are there, and I will show you the 4 NICs here. Guys, 4 NICs. Okay, 4 NICs. These are the 4 physical NICs of a server. These are the 4 physical NICs of a server. And each one is some 10 Gbps it is showing. It's a virtual NICs only, don't worry. But these are the physical NICs for the my server. Physical NICs for the server. These are the MAC addresses. Okay, like that. Okay. Here, remember in a virtual, in a networking related into Hyper-V, sorry, vSphere. Okay, physical NIC, also called as uplink. Uplink in a vSphere. When you say there is a uplink, it is uplink. Uplink means physical NIC. Servers, physical NIC. Okay. Next. This is VM kernel analysis, means it is VM management analysis, like a management network. Okay, port group 1, that is the group I created. Okay, so this is a management network, you can see. So kernel analysis, kernel means OS related analysis, means it's a virtual port groups it will manage. If you see this VM K0, so it is, see, it is a virtual switch is connected to VM V switch 0. Port group is management port. If you see, this is a vSwitch topology. It is a switch. Okay, it is a switch. In the switch is a vSwitch, guys, virtual switches. vSwitch. vSwitch is a virtual switch. Virtual switch, not a physical switch. Okay, so this side, if you see this side, okay, this side is port groups are connected. This side physical NICs are connected. How many physical NICs are there here? Only one physical NIC. Only one physical NIC. A little complex, this one. So I'm going to second one, port group 1. No. Yeah, okay. Here it is showing. Can you see 2 physical NICs are connected to this switch? Okay, 2 physical NICs are connected to this switch. Okay, guys, look at here again. Maybe where the place is there? No place at all. I'm continuing completely. I don't know how many people really understand also. Okay, guys, these are physical NICs. So NIC1, NIC2, NIC3, NIC4, like this. Okay, my guys are getting some kind of errors. One second. Okay, so yeah, what I will do, guys, is how to explain, and that too, it is big, very big record it is. Okay, because I have to tell so many things about networking. Hello, చెప్పండి. నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను. ప్రెస్ ఎనీకి డివిడి అని వచ్చింది, అయిపోయిందా? సో మేబీ ఒకసారి సమంగా క్రియేట్ చేయలేదేమో, ఒకసారి చూడండి, ఏదైనా ఆప్షన్ తప్పైనా పెట్టారు. ఓకే, చూడండి, లేదంటే ఓఎస్ అయినా మీరు డౌన్లోడ్ చేసింది ఎంత. ఓకే, చూడండి ఒకసారి, లేదంటే నేను ఒక 8:30కి మేము మళ్ళీ మెసేజ్ పెడతాను, ప్రాబ్లం సాల్వ్ అయిందో లేదో. 8:30కి పెట్టండి, మీరే మెసేజ్ పెట్టండి, సాల్వ్ అవ్వలేదన్నా. సాల్వ్ అయితే పర్వాలేదు, లేదంటే చెప్పండి, నేను కనెక్ట్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, okay, so guys, these are the switches. Switch 0, switch 1. If you see switch 0, port groups are 2, but uplink is 1. Okay, and switch 1 is port groups are 1, but uplinks are 2. So if you look at the switch 1, this is my switch 1 topology. See, it is 2 are connected, but it is port group is 1. Okay, so then it is, you can see the port groups also. These are the port groups. What is this port groups? You can see this is a management network port group. Okay, so everything you see same diagrams only it is showing, right? So what I'm saying is simple. I have a physical NIC. Physical NIC we call it as a uplink, right? So I create a switch. I create a switch. For example, NIC1, NIC2. Okay, it is like a NIC teaming type only, guys. Okay. So this is a V switch. Okay, V switch 1, for example. 2 NICs, V switch 1. That's it. One team. Okay. Now, what is this port group? This is uplink, 2 uplinks in V switch 1. What is this port group? Port group is nothing but we're assigning these port groups for a particular service related. For example, I'm accessing my server. I'm accessing server through the network through some port group, like a management port group. Management port group. I'm accessing my server. Management port group. Okay. Next port group is I want to access only virtual machines. I want to access virtual machines in the server. That is separate port group. I create a separate port group. I want to do vMotion. Okay, for a vMotion. What is vMotion? vMotion means you have a multiple servers and running with the different virtual machines. You want to move move virtual machine from one server to another server. To do that one, we need a service called a vMotion. What is the use of vMotion? A VM from one server to other server, or a moving VM from one server to another server. Okay, so in a two cases, okay. Also in another case is important case is when server 1 failed. Okay, so server 1's VMs moves from server 1 to means server 2 or server 3 or server 4. How many servers are there like that? Okay, so that service is vMotion. Like a different services purpose, you can create a different port groups. You can create a different port groups like that. You can assign a different port groups for a different services to different switches. Like these two, you can put a one switch. Maybe you'll create another switch here. Maybe you'll create a multiple virtual switches and you can assign to it. Okay. Understand? Or you can put it into the same switch only. That is your wish. And NIC is also like that. So these two NICs for this one. Maybe I'll use NIC 5, NIC 6, 7, 8. These 4 NICs for single switch. Like that. Okay. So this is the assigning. This is the diagram it is. You can see here it is. This is management network. One physical NIC to my switch and it is connected to a port. Management port. So this is like this. Guys, why I'm showing why I created this port group one. to show you one very important thing is there is a redundancy. There is a redundancy. See, NIC team policy notify switches. Policy based on original port ID. Reverse policy S. Failback S. Okay, sharing. Okay, it is not showing anything. Edit the settings. Can I get any edit settings? NIC teaming. No. Yeah, right. Here it is. This is the thing I am searching. Yeah, here it is. Override fail order. Okay, guys, fail over order. Can you see this is VM1, VM2. Okay, so NIC1, NIC2. Act2 standby. What is the meaning of Act2 and standby? What is the meaning of Act2 and standby? Act2 means it is accepting data packets in NIC. In a failover, it is accepting data packets. If it is failed, this is become active. So it means only one NIC is active in the state. Okay, in this one, only one NIC is active. Okay, if this is failed, this will become active. Okay, if in case active, it means if one of the NIC is failure, still it is in active, no problem. Okay, it is like a load balancing type. It is like a load balancing come failover. This is pure failure. Pure failure means one is active, another is a standby. So like this, this is active, this is standby. Okay, so like a yes, save. Okay, refresh. Now both NICs are there. Both NICs are there. If this NIC is first NIC is failure, then automatically it is become. I have to refresh it once again. No, nothing is changes occur, but IP address changes occur. It's okay, no problem. Okay, so like that it will happen. If I disable this NIC, I remove the connection for this NIC1, no problem. NIC2 become active, but it is has to be shown in this location. So that is important. Guys, again, virtual switches are to connect links, means your physical NICs, okay, uplinks, and of course port group connection. You can form a port group. So what is this port group? Port groups are assigned access to services like server management related management, vMotion, heartbeats, HEART beats, heartbeat exchanges purposes, storage, VM access purposes. Okay, so this is a purposes will create a port groups. So that is the history of your virtualization related things. Type 2 virtualization we'll discuss tomorrow because it's already 7 o'clock and you are already dead, I think. So some are asking question means that those people are alive. I will consider all remaining are dead. I think so because it's, guys, don't worry. The topic is like that. So it is not your always not yours. Topic is like that. It is little harder. Okay, it is little harder topic. Means you need a time at least daily 2 hours. You practice for 1 week. You may get a little idea about it. Okay, so I didn't given that much time. So last question, guys. Last question is, we'll see. I know some people know answer. We'll see how many people will tell. Guys, this is my server. This is my server. Okay, and I have a virtual machine. In the virtual machine, different operating systems are running. Different operating systems are running. So we'll go with one by one. This is my virtual machine, and here running with the Linux operating system. Okay, this is virtual machine. This is running with the operating system, and there is a user. This user asking, I'm an admin. I'm an administrator. Okay, this is the user. Remember story. Okay, if you are a admin of virtualization things, you have to do this thing. Okay, story is very important. You are an administrator and there is a user. User requests the administrator, I want a virtual machine with a Linux operating system. So what you do? You cannot go to server. You open a web browser and go to virtual machines and create a machine. You created a machine. Okay, like this. You created a machine and you have a machine. Okay, like this. This is your machine. Now tell me how you will give access to the user, how user can access your virtual machine which is installed with Linux. Anyone tell me an answer.
We can use putty.
You can use
Putty.
very good. That's an answer. Okay, that is an answer. That's it. That's why I said answer, but how many people remember? Okay, so you use protocols like a SSH or a telnet kind of stuff, or maybe he has a Windows system, then you can use putty as an application, or a SSH direct connections. Okay, so using SSH protocol, putty applications, you can connect this one. Okay, you no need to go to server, right? User no need to go to server, and user no need to access the server. User no need to access the server. What user required? User required to access the virtual machine only. Very good. For example, this is the Windows machine. Okay, this is the user, and that is the administrator created a Windows machine, Windows 10 machine, for example. He want to access the Windows 10 virtual machine. How to access? RDP, remote desktop protocol, remote desktop tools use, and he can able to access it. Okay, guys. So accessing remote machines. Users access remote virtual machines. Virtual machines using SSH, using remote access protocol. What are the remote access protocol? Or SSH, telnet, RDP, remote desktop protocol, VNC. Okay, VNC. In the VNC, different type of VNCs are there. So like this, real VNC, Tiger VNC, like this. So different type of VNCs are so the remote desktop access protocols. Okay, so of course, application wise, SSH or a telnet or login, like that. So we use putty. So That is important. That's it, guys. That's it for now. I will shut down. How to shut down my machine? This one. Finally, I will show the shutdown, so then you will at least feel satisfied. So I'm powering off this one. Power off. Yeah. Tell me how to shut down my server. This server. Two options are there. You can go to down and you can get a server related kind of stuff. Okay. F12 to shut down or restart option is there. Physical server. But from here, you can shut down from here also. Okay. I'm clicking on shutdown. It is shutting down or not? Okay, shut down. Okay, it is logged out automatically. So we'll look at our server. No reaction yet. It will shut down, so don't worry. Okay, so yeah, it is shutting down services. I didn't done anything, guys. Just I use this. Yeah, it is shut down very fast. Very good. Nothing is running inside. Virtual machines also not running now, so no problem. Okay, this is how to shut down. Guys, luckily with your cooperation, whether you understand or not, okay, so I covered it. So important things, what I covered, you want to understand, okay, so because I have a document is there, okay, all the things, but it is like server virtualization, type of virtualization, server virtualization. Guys, compulsory go through this. What is this traditional architecture, virtualization architecture, names and editions. Guys, compulsory go through recent versions. Okay, this is the difference between type 1 and type 2 virtualizations. Type 1 and type 2 virtualization. Difference between type 1 and type 2 virtualizations. This is a type 1, type 2 virtualization. The picture is there. This is how to access the remote. How to access the remote and as well as a virtualization platforms, remote desktop tools, and as well as a remote accessing virtualization. Okay, this picture. I will forward this one, okay, without forgetting. Next one is desktop virtualization is there. So we'll discuss all the virtualization tomorrow. And also, if possible, I will show you Hyper-V. Guys, are you satisfied? Okay. Are overly satisfied? I'm stop recording.